Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my kitchen. We are kicking off cookie month here in the Small Batch Big Taste kitchen. And this month I am going to be sharing each week one of my favorite Christmas cookies, but in small batch form. And these are cookies that I have been making for years. Now, today's cookie is actually a cookie that one of you requested. It is called Melting Moments. And it's called melting for a reason, because they literally melt in your mouth. Now, this is a cookie I've made for years. My mother made for years. It is definitely a family tradition here. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to share with you a fun flavor variation for this cookie. All right, now this recipe makes 6 small cookies. This cookie only has 4 ingredients, although I am going to put some frosting on it at the end, so I'll add a few more. But in its simplest form, you can make this with 4 ingredients. You need flour, powdered sugar, butter, and cornstarch, right? That's it. So we're gonna start with 3 tablespoons of softened salted butter in our bowl. We're gonna add in 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. It is the cornstarch in these cookies. In fact, sometimes people call them cornstarch cookies, but it is the cornstarch that gives these cookies that melt in your mouth. Very tender. It's a very tender cookie. So it's not a cookie that really packs or ships well, but you know, you're only making 6, so you're gonna eat them. All right, we are just going to mix together, cream together that cornstarch and your butter. Make sure your bowl is big enough because this cornstarch is gonna spit out a bit. I'm kind of getting cornstarch on me. All right, after we have that incorporated, we're gonna add in 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. All right, and then just mix all that together. Now, it's gonna kind of look dry and crumbly for a while, but keep going. It eventually is going to start to come together. All right, you may think as you are beating this together, Leanne, it's not going to come together, but it will, I promise. You can see near the end as it starts to form bigger clumps. Sometimes I just help it along and you can just reach in, and as long as the dough comes together and holds together like that, you're good. So you can help it along a little bit with your hands. But now we're gonna make our cookies, and I'm just gonna use my little cookie scoop, and I think this is about 1.5 tablespoons. But you wanna make, or just divide your dough in half and then make 3 little balls out of each half, because you're gonna get 6 smaller cookies, or you could also make 4 larger ones if you prefer. But I'm just gonna divide my dough in half and then make each one. You want the balls to be the same size so that they cook nice and evenly. And then just go ahead and roll it in your hands and form your little balls. All right, you could get really technical and weigh them if you have a kitchen scale, but I don't. Like this one feels a little small, that one felt a little big. I'm gonna just steal a little bit off of that one. There we go. All right, now, these are now ready to go into the oven. All right, now I've just placed them on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and we're gonna pop them into a 325-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 minutes. So you want them just to start to get golden brown around the edges. Before I put the cookies in the oven, I like to just slightly push down on the ball of dough with my fingers just to flatten it just a bit. All right, while our melting moments are in the oven baking, we are gonna make a little frosting to go on top, because I'm a frosting girl. I love a good frosting, and we're gonna make a lemon frosting. The lightness of the lemon and those tender cookies, it's just the perfect combination. Now, you don't have to add a frosting, because you know that by adding a frosting, it's gonna take you, well, it's really one more ingredient, because we're gonna use powdered sugar and butter again, and just a little lemon juice. But you could just, when they come out of the oven, let them cool and then just dust them with a little powdered sugar, make them look a little pretty, and that is just perfect. But I'm feeling a little fancy today, a little extra, so we're gonna dress them up with some frosting. I have a tablespoon of softened salt and butter in my dish, and I'm gonna add in just a cup of frosting, or probably 3/4 of a cup. I found when I used a cup last time, it was just a little too much frosting. So we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm gonna add in just enough lemon juice to give me a nice spreading consistency. Now, If you wanted to add frosting, but you didn't want lemon, you could totally use vanilla extract and then a little bit of milk or cream to get the right consistency. I think I need a little bit more lemon juice. And if you get a seed in, I want to take that out. All right, now it's coming together. As always, if you get too much, if it gets too runny, go ahead and add a little bit more powdered sugar, or if it's too stiff, just add some more lemon juice. Perfect. All right, so our melting moments have baked. Now, I think I said in the beginning 10 minutes, but I baked them more like 12 to 14 minutes. Now, they are not going to turn brown, okay? You don't want them turning golden brown. The bottom will get just a little bit golden brown, but the top is not going to, okay? It may get just a tinge of golden brown around the edge, which is totally okay. But then you want to let them cool. Now, if you're not using the frosting when they're warm out of the oven, well, they're still a bit warm, not hot, but still a little warm, give them a dusting of powdered sugar. I am going to frost them with that yummy lemon frosting. Just go ahead and add a little bit to the top of each one. I don't know, there's just something about the lemon. Now, I promised you a flavor variation. One of the other, now also just be careful. These cookies are very, very tender. I think I told you that before, but even as you're frosting them, don't push down too hard on them. Don't grip them too hard. They are fragile, they are tender, and that is why they are so delicious and melt in your mouth. A perfect holiday cookie. Now, for that variation, at Christmas time, I love to make peppermint ones. And what I'll do is I will put in crushed peppermint, crushed candy cane into the dough. Probably on this size batch, probably about maybe a quarter cup. And then I'll frost them, and instead of lemon, I will use peppermint extract and a little cream or milk, and then sprinkle a little bit more of that crushed peppermint on the top. They are so, so good, yeah. So, and I hope you will enjoy this cookie as part of our cookie month here on Small Batch Big Taste. These literally do melt in your mouth. The perfect holiday cookie. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.